As we look back on 9/11 in 2001, 10 years ago, we all remember how we felt. Feelings of anger, sorrow, disbelief, shock. But there's one thing that I will forever take with me, that not so much my immediate reaction, but down the road a little. When I saw the true America that I really love, and that I think we all love. It's how we came together as a nation, first starting with our first responders, many of whom sacrificed their lives to help others and get them out of the towers. And as time went on, we looked around, we saw people driving around with American flags. We all came together and were just a little bit more American. And it was a phenomenal thing that I will never forget. And as we move forward, I think that's one of the most important things we can take with us, is remembering those who gave their lives and lost their lives on that day. And I feel the greatest way we can possibly do that is to be that great America and work together, come together, and keep making America the greatest nation this world has ever known. As Sean stated a moment ago, even today, I was out in central Massachusetts where I saw 400 or 500 people come together to help others in need. And that's the America I love. And that's the lesson I want to remember from 9/11. So as we look at our great flag and look back on that day, that sad September morning, let's remember what came after it, what makes us all Americans, and what makes this nation great.
But for all the hardships and challenges that would come in the years since, we all remember standing united on that day and in the days that followed. To remember 9/11 is not just to remember the horrible attacks. It is also to remember the way in which it brought us together, especially in these times when there seems to be so much anger and division out there. It is important to remember that we are all Americans. We all share the same core values. It is important to remember the lives lost on that day and the lives of those who have sacrificed for our country since. But it is also important to remember the spirit of our national unity, and that so strongly gripped us in the days and weeks that followed.
We heard a lot today about unity. You know, one of the things we all remember is in the immediate aftermath of 9/11, we all came together. Over the years, that unity is somehow disintegrated. We're too divided and we're too polarized. But today we've come together again. And I felt it in Holliston, and I felt it in Medway, and I felt it in Worcester, and I feel it here. We're coming together again. And we're unified again. Hopefully to make the world a better, more peaceful place. Also to make our country and our community a better place. Again, thank you for having me here. It's a real privilege to be with all of you.
Who's taken time out of this weekend to join us this evening. And to the leaders of tomorrow for their years of work in making this evening possible. As we recall that horror and the horror of the day 10 years ago, let's take a minute to think about the courage and heroism displayed by each firefighter, police officer, and emergency services worker, passengers on hijacked airliners, and the average man and woman who in some critical moment place the safety of others ahead of the safety of their own. Let us also remember those same qualities as they were displayed by spouses, mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, and especially children impacted by the loss of family members. Yet with 10 years behind us, those critical characteristics remain strong in our nation. The qualities of courage and heroism carry on in our nation, at home and abroad, as our fellow citizens, and in some cases our family members, work to make us safe and secure so that we may gather as we do this evening. On behalf of a grateful town, thank you.